Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Not too much price action. It seems to be trending down here a bit and might want to test the $18.60 level. I will take the orange box now off the chart anyway because it's not respecting it, which shows the weakness. Yeah, already indicated to you that if we keep going here, the white wave count will get less likely. It's anyway and hasn't been the primary scenario. So I would still slightly prefer another low eventually. That is not going to happen in a straight line, but it could be very much, pretty much in line, the wave count now with Bitcoin. This could be a wave 1 to the downside, now doing maybe some kind of a wave 2 to the upside and then breaking down next. We'll see. It's certainly for a 1-2-1-2 setup in the bullish wave count. This second wave 2 is a bit too stretched out now. But I will still leave it on the chart until the $18.60 level is broken to the downside. Then don't expect it to break down in a straight line, right? It will also go up and down but yeah, I would then say the downtrend is certainly in control. At the moment, it could still form this inverse head and shoulders, right? But again, I said to believe the white wave count, which would be bullish and would give us 5 waves to the upside, we will need to see a break above the $20.60 level. That hasn't changed at all. So still watching for that as a potential, but really only as a potential for now and nothing more. I would argue that we have here a potential trend line that we can track on the micro, looking at the microstructure here, that a break above this small trend line here highlighted in white would potentially give it a chance to rally to that $20.60 level there to attempt the breakout. But this is a key level. I mean, that's for everybody who's really focusing on the microstructures here. So yeah, still leaning towards another low. Needs to break above the trend line to get to the breakout point of this inverse head and shoulders, which is actually quite obvious on the chart, but now it gets a bit sloppy with that deep right shoulder. So it can still do it. Okay, it's not invalid. And also from an Elliott wave point of view, the second wave too is not invalid. The only other way, I mean, if it breaks below $18.60, I mean, there's always a way, right, how it could still go higher. It will just become far less likely because you typically say that a right shoulder should also not, if we measure the entire distance, a right shoulder should not break below the 50% fib level. It's done that now. Okay, it didn't sustain below it, but if it goes a little lower, then it will have sustained below it. So that's already less likely. But there's always a way how it can still turn around. Then we might have to adjust. But the only other way how I could see that happen really is as a wave 1 leading diagonal, that the whole thing is a leading diagonal. Then it could, of course, go a little lower, but it's not a reliable pattern. So it's, in all likelihood, the move down towards $17 is still preferred, potentially even $15 in the coming weeks. But I would make the white wave count certainly, I don't know if I would make it the primary scenario, but I would certainly give it much more likelihood above $20.60. So you've got a very clear breakout point here to the upside, a very clear make or break point at $18.60, and the next downside targets are $16.90 or let's say $17 and $15. And our larger degree assumption, this wave count, that this is a B wave correction, which could rally in a C wave afterwards into the $40 region, that will definitely get challenged below $15. But as long as it's holding 15, we can go with that assumption, and it might just be testing those lows down there before attempting a real turnaround. It's attempting it here. I mean, it's trying to, but it's difficult, right? Some coins show some bullish potential short term, but obviously with Bitcoin's downside pressure at the moment, they get challenged. We'll observe that, of course, closely for you. Keep focusing on it. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.